What's going on, fight fans? This is Mike's Likes. I want to talk to you guys about the fight that just recently happened on Cinco de Mayo weekend, which was Triple G against Vanes Martirosyan. You know what, guys? Let me just start off by saying that I was very upset because I had predicted this. I had predicted that this was going to be a bullshit fight, and that's exactly what it was. This was great for Triple G in the sense that the casual fans are going to continue believing that Triple G is this unstoppable fighter, that's the greatest thing that has happened to us since sliced bread. But this is bullshit, guys. Vanes Martirosyan had not fought in 2 years. His last fight was in May of 2016 against Erislandy Lara at 154 pounds. HBO and Abel Sanchez and of course Triple G, everyone wants you to believe that Triple G is just a knockout artist. Every time that Triple G has stepped up in competition, which was against Danny Jacobs, Canelo Alvarez, he's lost. Yes, they gave him the win against Danny Jacobs. I personally think that Danny Jacobs won. They gave him a tie or a draw against Canelo, and I think that Canelo won that fight too. I don't blame Vanes Martirosyan for taking the fight. It was a good paycheck for him. I think he ended up I think his purse was $225,000, and Triple G's purse was like $1 million. And it's not Triple G's fault that Canelo tested positive for banned substance. But what is his fault is that he keeps avoiding the competition. And this is really just sad, guys. It's sad that the casual fans, they don't know this, and people are gonna we need to stop supporting this. I ended up going to a friend's house. I didn't want to watch the fight. I was not thinking about watching the fight. My friend, of course, he knows I'm a huge boxing fan, and he's like, oh, let me put on the fight, and I'm like, I don't really want to watch it, but he ended up putting it on anyways. And I was just more upset than anything because the grin on Abel Sanchez's face, and this was just a ridiculous fight. I saw a video on YouTube on Fight Hub TV, and they asked Abel Sanchez if he knew that the fight was going to go this way, and he said, before the fight, I told a few people that the fight was going to end in 6 rounds. But I did not know that it was going to end in 2 rounds. Come on. He knew the real boxing fans, or not the real boxing fans, but the ones that are more well versed with the sport, knew that this was a bullshit fight. Vanes did not have a chance. He was brought up from 154 pounds to fight Triple G at 160 pounds. How long did Vanes train for? He hadn't fought in over 2 years. His last fight was against Erislandy Lara 2 years ago. Anyways, and then Abel Sanchez, he said in this video that it's no longer the priority of Triple G to unify the belts. Here we go, guys. He's gonna start ducking. They're gonna avoid competition, and he said that the priority was for him to just keep busy. You know what? As a boxing fan, as a person who actually pays a subscription to watch these fights, I don't agree with that. I will actually appreciate and respect the fighter more for fighting competition, for fighting people that of note. Like, for instance, he has the ability to fight Demetrius Andrade. He can fight his Sergey Derevyanchenko. He can do a rematch with Danny Jacobs. But instead, he decides to bring up a 154 pounder and fight him. This was just ridiculous. Anyways, guys, and this other thing too with the cultural appropriation that Abel Sanchez keeps using, where he keeps saying Mexican style this and Mexican style that. This is a bunch of bullshit. What he wants is somebody to stand in front of his fighter so his fighter doesn't have to move around and with the hope that Triple G lands a devastating knockout punch. You know, that's why Triple G has difficulty fighting people that move around. Now, okay, I know Canelo does not move around, but his upper body movement is great. His feet are always planted on the ground and he doesn't really move too much. But his upper body movement, he doesn't get credit for that. He does really well. Like I said, I honestly feel that Triple G lost against Danny Jacobs and he lost against Canelo. Every time he moves up in competition, you know, he's gonna be knocking out, you know, fighters like Vanes or Willie Monroe, and you know, he's gonna be knocking out those type of boxers. But stop believing this whole Mexican style, because that's just Abel Sanchez wanting to get the Mexican fans and use, you know, he's using cultural appropriation to try and give more fans to, you know, to Triple G, which I understand what he's doing, but it's bullshit, because this Mexican style it's not just about slugging. You have a lot of other, you know, boxers that are from Mexico that they're not just slug. And I don't appreciate the comment that he made that black fighters don't have a pleasing style to the fans and that's why they don't sell. I think that was a very ignorant comment, very stupid on Abel Sanchez's part, and I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to hear Abel Sanchez say something like that. You know, I don't know, guys. You know, this we need to stop supporting these fights that are bullshit. You know, I'm a big fan of Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman obviously is ducking Errol Spence. We need to stop supporting all that. You know, Triple G has the ability to fight Billy Joe Saunders, and I think the way it sounds, they're gonna duck him, because Abel Sanchez said in this interview that Billy Joe Saunders asked for $7 million to fight Danny Jacobs. He said, could you imagine what he's gonna ask for if he decides to fight Triple G? I don't know, guys. Anyways, I'm gonna keep making some videos, guys. You know, I would appreciate if you guys hit the thumbs up, like button, and subscribe, and keep tuned, because I'm gonna be dishing out more videos. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.